Hey guys. So I just wanted to have a quick short chat with you about a small topic that came up when I was having dinner with a good friend last night. Now this was a girl who I went to law school with, and she was just a superstar, super smart, super talented, a lot of creative talent. She's a fantastic singer and also a whiz at law, super smart, very hardworking. And I got to thinking about how she seemed to be putting a lot of her dreams on hold in order to climb the corporate ladder, and she's been doing so well. And I know so many people like this, people who have so many different talents at the same time, and yet they're putting a lot of their God-given or born talents, whatever you want to call them, they're putting their innate talents on the side and doing what they consider to be the sacrificial work it takes to rise to the top of a structured environment that just doesn't seem to be giving them everything that they want. And so as I was talking to her, she was saying, you know, I really think that in like the next decade, if I rose to the top of this organization, I could change the whole culture. I could redefine it. I could have people working 4 days a week and all sorts of other, you know, progressive work-related changes. And my response to her was, what if instead of waiting 8 years to change the whole company in a big way, you just started by testing out if you could change your experience in the company for yourself in a small way? Because I think if you can live and show that you're the example of somebody who has found a way to prove the thing that you wanted to prove on a big scale, on a small scale, it's really effective. So if you can prove that I can give you the same output and have more zest and energy for good work in 4 days of the week versus 5, why don't you do it that way? And I just wanted to use this as a thought experiment for anyone who is kind of like ambitious and thinking about making like really big changes on a really big level one day. Maybe you just start small instead of waiting to go so big. Because what I fear is that while you're waiting to make your big changes, you actually start giving up on these small things that you love, that are actually the things worth making the changes for. And you kind of become numb. And I think this is a lot to do with why I started doing music on a really small scale. Why I don't care if my videos don't affect tons and tons of people. I just wanted to prove that even I could do something, that I could be the paradox of a free-spirited lawyer. And if I could just prove that, hey, just because I have these ideas about life and spirituality and balance and the art of living, doesn't actually mean that I'm not going to be as good of a lawyer, as smart on paper when I have to write an argument for a client or present facts to a court. I wanted to prove it by just being the example. I don't know that I can shake the whole industry and make everyone in law choose to live a more free and balanced and fulfilling life. But if I can do it for myself and show that the paradox is not really a paradox, but is totally legitimate, then I think that example can do the work on a small scale and perhaps just set the ball in motion earlier in time and get that energy and that message out there. So that's all I wanted to say for this video, is that thinking big is amazing. Think big, but start small. And I don't know why, I think starting small is like a luxury because there's so much less pressure. Like when you start small, if you mess up, guess what? You're singing in a bar to 5 people you'll never see again. When you start small, it's like, I didn't even remember to turn my mic on or look at the camera, but whatever, there's only 8 people watching my video. Start small, get those little reps in, start making the little improvements, start decluttering a couple of things, start taking one random PTO day off in a month where you are just at home and you have no plan for what you're going to do that day. Start small, and then you will basically be doing one of my favorite quotes in the whole world. This is a quote that I loved when I was a kid. I don't know where I heard it. I don't know where it came from, but it's by Francis de Assisi. And the quote is, Start by doing what's necessary, then what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. I think there's nothing wrong with thinking big, but don't think so big that you forget to act small. You can start anything. Take the smallest step, but take it today. And that's what I got for you. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye.